Some people are saying they absolutely love it. Some people are saying they think it's the ugliest thing they've ever seen. Personally, yeah, I'm actually a fan. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Kia have just revealed the EV5. It's basically a smaller version of the EV9. And I think it's a winner. Now, technically, Kia have said it's a concept. It's not actually the real EV5, but I'm pretty sure we all know that they'll make it if the public like it. If the public don't like it, they'll say it was just a concept. It's actually a pretty good idea. Well, personally, I think it looks pretty good. However, a lot of people are saying it's the ugliest car they've seen this year, maybe last year as well, saying it looks absolutely terrible. But, I think it's pretty nice. There's some parts of it I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of, but overall, I think it looks good. Let me know. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Now, the reason this Kia EV5 actually was shown is because there's a new Chinese EV, probably this, which is going to go on sale later on this year. The concept EV5, they say, is a showcase for future SUVs, but Kia hasn't provided any powertrain or platform details about the model. I'm going to guess that it uses the same platform that the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the Ioniq 6 and the Kia EV6 currently use. The exterior has a very kind of upright shape. It's a practical, more boxy shape than most EVs are. I mean, obviously it's aerodynamically basically a brick, which wouldn't be great. But that said, Kia and Hyundai have started to work on some technologies that could significantly improve that. Now, one of the biggest technologies that I think they could use in this car is the new air suspension that they've just been rolling out. Why air suspension? Who cares about that? Well, actually, it's massive. Everyone should be doing what they're doing with it, which is enabling the car to be able to intelligently lower the ride height, enormously lower it, as in, right down when it needs to or when it can. In other words, if you're on a highway, smooth highway, why would you want to have a high-riding SUV? It doesn't make any sense. The only time you might want it to be more high-riding is when you go up driveways or drive off road or whatever, that kind of thing. So it's a really smart thing to do. I think it's the future of electric cars. I made a video about that. I'll put a link in the description below. But you can imagine a big brick like this. If they can lower the ride height right down, it becomes much more aerodynamically efficient and therefore you get a lot more range. Kia says the concept EV5 interior is the custom shade iceberg matte green. In the images, it looks kind of silvery and has some subtle blue undertones, overtones, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure, but I quite like the interior. It rides on 21-inch wheels with an asymmetrical design. The interior has a softer aesthetic than the realistic body. I think the interior looks really quite nice. There's one cool feature that is also in EV5 that is in this. That is the sunroof. It's got a panoramic sunroof that occupies the majority of the roof, and it adds a solar panel. Now, this is the interesting part. Will Kia's new EVs have solar panels on them? Well, actually, based on what I've been looking at, the data that I'm seeing, solar panels now, solar PV in particular, that can actually be wrapped to a certain shape, and it's much more durable than it used to be, is now a definitely logical thing to do. Well, if you live in, a really cold, dark place of the world, yeah, not so much. But if you live in a hot place like Australia, like southern parts of the United States, like many hot countries around the world, it definitely makes sense then to have solar covering your car. And I'm not talking about big panels, I'm talking about solar PV, the latest generation fabric PV, which is able to last much longer than previous generations and seems to have a higher efficiency as well. Now that, in my opinion, should be on every single car in the future. I'm not saying today, but in say 5 to 10 years from now, you'd be crazy not to have it. That's what I think. Now, looking again at the images of this car, I can see why some people think it's polarizing, why some people love it, some people hate it. I think it looks nice. I would definitely consider one, but it's way too jacked up and too high for me. It's massively aerodynamically inefficient. So if Kia came out with the new feature that's on Hyundai EVs, meaning it would be probably, give it say 20% more range, then this is a car I think I could consider. What are your thoughts on it? Do you like it? Love it? Hate it? What do you think about solar as well? Would you prefer a car with solar? Let's say you paid an extra, let's say $1,000 US, or say 1,500 Australian dollars, 1,500 Canadian dollars. What? 1,000 euros. Would you pay that to get your car say the bonnet and the roof covered in solar PV. I would. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.